For Pacifica Radio, I'm Christina Onnested. Texas Republicans moved ahead with their gerrymandered districts to give the GOP 5 more seats in Congress, now heading to that state Senate. Christopher Martinez reports.
Texans rallied against the redistricting map at the state capitol Wednesday. Inside the House chamber, the House approved a new Trump-backed congressional redistricting map on a party-line vote of 88 to 52. Republican State Representative Todd Hunter wrote the controversial legislation.
The underlying goal of this plan is straightforward: improve Republican political performance.
Debate was heated, with Democrats trying to slow the process with amendments, which failed given the Republican majority. Several Democratic leaders spoke at a press phone call Wednesday. Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey says this is a time to fight.
Because Donald Trump is not playing by the rules. He's not honoring our democratic traditions.
Texas State Representative Nicole Collier also joined the press call, phoning in from a restroom in the Texas State House as the lawmakers there were in session.
These are the most segregated maps that have been presented in Texas since the 1960s.
She had more to say, but at one point she had to suddenly bow out of the press call.
Sorry, I have to leave. They said it's a felony for me to do this. Apparently, I can't be on the floor or in the bathroom.
I'm Christopher Martinez.
California's legislature scheduled to vote this morning on 3 measures to advance Democrats' plan to neutralize the Republican-led gerrymandering effort in the state of Texas. California facing a Friday deadline. The state Supreme Court, meanwhile, rejected an emergency Republican appeal to stop the effort Wednesday. If voters agree, the proposed map would replace one drawn by an independent commission through the 2030 elections. Protesters in Washington, D.C. booed Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth as they visited National Guard troops at Union Station Wednesday. Protesters chanted "Free D.C." in response to President Trump's military deployment in the city. He cited crime, D.C. crime, at a 30-year low. Here's residents Olivia DiNucci and Nikki Enfield.
They're afraid, and what they think that they need to do is to clean up crime and to stand for democracy is bringing in tanks and troops as they cut funding for healthcare and for housing.
I feel like we are on the knife's edge of a moment in history. We have the playbook. We have the fascist, tyrannical wannabe playbook. We as the American public have a moment to stop this, to stand together, and to resist. This story has not yet been written.
An estimated 1,900 troops are being deployed from 6 Republican-led states. Amid the buildup, an armored vehicle collided with a civilian car near the U.S. Capitol, injuring one person. Attorney General Pam Bondi said more than 550 people have been arrested since the troop deployment. The Trump administration's deploying 3 naval warships to waters off Venezuela. The guided missile destroyers are to include some 4,000 military personnel to counter drug cartels. In response, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro said he's amassing 4.5 million militiamen. Earlier this month, the administration offered $50,000 for Maduro's arrest. Last month, the Treasury accused him of leading the Cartel de los Soles, sanctioning it as a global terrorist group, accusing it of providing material support to 2 other gangs, the Tren de Aragua and the Sinaloa cartel. Ukrainian officials say Russia's launched a major aerial attack on the country, firing more than 570 drones and 40 missiles, killing at least 1 person and 15 others. Ukraine's foreign minister says a major U.S. electronics manufacturer was hit. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the attack. Zelensky plans to hold talks with Russia's President Vladimir Putin that potentially could involve President Donald Trump to discuss security guarantees and peace efforts. German prosecutors say a Ukrainian man suspected in the 2022 Nord Stream pipeline explosions was arrested in Italy. The pipeline shipped Russian gas to Germany. The attack caused the largest single methane leak in the world, estimated at 465,000 metric tons, into the Baltic Sea. At least 600 employees of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are receiving permanent termination notices. Meanwhile, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, is slashing her office 40% and cutting its budget by more than $700 million annually. She said in a statement, over the last 20 years, the office has become bloated and inefficient, and the intelligence community rife with abuse of power, unauthorized leaks of classified intelligence, and politicized weaponization of intelligence, she said. Israeli forces killed at least 36 Palestinians today as it prepares a major expansion into Gaza City. The United Nations has called for an immediate ceasefire, warning of massive death and destruction. The death toll has reached more than 62,000. I'm Christina Onnested, reporting for Pacifica Radio.